What's up guys, YST here and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And joined by me today is my arch nemesis and good friend in Nub Raids. How's it going, bro?
It's good. I'm glad to be back. It's been a little while actually, so yeah.
Well, I seen your confession video, right?
Oh no. Oh
And
no.
you're saying to your viewers that, oh, don't worry, he's never gonna watch this video. But if you guys want to see what you're saying about me behind my back, head over to his channel, check out that video, and do you know what's up? Everybody, go and sub to Nub.
Aw,
You like that? Yeah.
Caught red-handed.
Yeah,
Caught red-handed.
red-handed. But yeah, guys, what we're going to be doing today is a two-part series where today on my channel, we're going to be doing our top epics each. So we're going to have 10 each. And you guys can let us know towards the end who had the best list in terms of the best epics in Raid. And then also if we miss any out, you guys can let us know in the comments some of your favorites. And then we'll be doing the exact same video, but for legendaries over on Nub's channel. So make sure you guys head over there. It'll all be in the description below. And hopefully there should be some fun moments in here because there should be some spicy choices, right?
Yeah.
You ready for this one? All right.
I'm ready. You going down, boy.
Yeah, we're going down. Okay, so do you want to kick us off here then? Let's go.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I wanted to start off maybe a little bit of a spicy pick. I'm going to start with Magnaar.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like super high on Magnaar right now because of live arena, right? Magnaar, he is a tanky nuker, HP based nuker. So you build his HP up and he hits harder. That also lets him survive. So I think for live arena, being able to survive, but also smack for 3v3 as well, he's kind of like a must build for 99% of people. Even in classic arena, he might well be your hardest hitting nuker. And then he also is super tanky. So it's sort of a win-win. He's just a great champion.
Yeah, he's actually one that I was underlooking when he came out. He came out with the Mother Tybo, right? With the Conellia. But,
might be, I don't remember, yeah.
Yeah, I believe he's a part of that one. That was a really good, like, epic one. That was the reason why I didn't go for Mother Cybele was because the epics are so, like, top tier in that one. But yeah, really strong choice there. Shall we do, like, a bonus points thing in this one for our list? I'm just trying to think of some way we could spice this up.
Like, if we can give each other a bonus point if we're like, oh, you stole one of my picks or something like that? Or it's like, oh, I should have thought of that. I don't know.
Maybe we can get ugly points if a champion's ugly. Yeah.
Wow. Well, Magnar's pretty ugly.
Yeah, so maybe you can get an extra point there or something.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to wake up with him in the bed beside you, would you?
It depends what you're into, to be honest. Like some people out there might just like fire golems. All right. So first one for me is going to be arguably, I'm going to say a bold statement. I think he's the best free epic champion we get in Raid. And it's going to be Dark Kael, or Kael, however you want to say it. It's that dude from the advert. He messes me up sometimes. But this champion is it's the way that he can place all of these poisons, right? 3 of them, and a sensitivity in the same skill set on a 3-turn cooldown. We also have the extension of the debuffs with the decreased attack as well, and the each critical hit extending. So for poison explosion teams, or just extending durations in clan boss, very, very unique here for an epic. We have an instant detonation on the A1, not just for burns, but for poisons as well. So if you have someone like an Elenaru, you can combust an extra burn there on like the Fire Knight's dungeon. And then we've got a quirky passive where there's not a bunch of champions in the game that can do this, but he decreases the crit rate of enemies under specific amount of poisons by 15%. So in some of these clan boss teams where I'm surviving a very long time in like clan boss draft styles and stuff like that, you can literally mitigate all of the crit damage or the crit rate that the boss has, meaning that you don't get those bad crits in those longer battles. And he's one of those champions that can enable that. So I think he's really strong, man. You like Dark Kael?
Yeah, I love Dark Kael. Yeah, I think you're right. He has to be, right, the best free epic that you get. He's got to be. This guy's he's so strong. He's super strong. There's
some really good ones, like the one that you've kind of snaked on recently with Archmage Helmet. Like your whole branding's just changed to...
It has, yeah.
But
like Archmage is great. I wouldn't say he's like a must build. Like you might be like, oh, I don't need him. Like, though you get him so early, you probably would. But yeah, he's not on my list. I've really betrayed Archmage.
Oh my god, he's gonna. Do you know what? One day you're gonna wake up, right? You're gonna see your cupboard doors just gonna open slightly, and you're just gonna see some guy there, like just looking at you.
some old dude with a big white beard. Santa, is it you? Oh god, no, it's Archmage Helmet. Help.
Oh, for God's sake. All right, so who we got next?
Okay, I'll go for a slam dunk next. I'm gonna go with Seer.
Ooh.
Lock it in. I thought that Dark Kael pick was pretty good. I'm getting nervous. I'm gonna lock in the Seer.
Okay.
Must build, right? For everyone, like pretty much the ultimate wave clearer in the game.
Mhm.
The more buffs you have, the more enemy max HP damage she does. Blows up the waves. We all know it. A lot of people's most wanted champion for that reason. Completely overpowered. Yeah, everyone who gets her will build her pretty much. I know both of us quite dislike her, but I mean, we still built her and use her, right?
Yeah, you get loads of champions like that. It's like, oh, you don't. Do you know what it is? It's just that cheat code, right? Like for me personally, I like to spice up compositions. I know you're the same. I just try to use something that no one else does. But then in Doom Tower, it's just too time consuming without her, man. So I was just just let me build her. But yeah, really strong champion, man. But you don't get ugly points for that one. I don't think she's ugly.
Okay.
Pretty good looking orc, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Let the comments think of that what they will.
Oh, for God's sake, I need to watch my tongue. Okay, so the next one for me is gonna be Uugo. Now, Uugo is one of those champions where when you have her in the Hydra boss, I know you're a big fan, she's just so strong, man. And if you don't have her in the team, you definitely feel the impact of her not being there because she's got all of those cleanses, the heals, the drop defense, and the block buffs in the same skill on a 3-turn cooldown. We've got Leech A1s. She's just got so much utility for an epic champion, and I use her in 2 out of 3 of my Hydra boss teams. Do you still use her in yours at all?
Yeah, I think I use her in either 1 or 2. Yeah, I do. Yeah, definitely. She's too good not to.
Well, I'll tell you what I do get, though. Some ugly points.
I was going to say, it's a good-looking ogre right there.
All right. So
give me some of that.
So I'm into Seers, you're into Uugos. I know. Now I know what to...
I'd bang that big drum.
Oh, my God. It is a big drum. It is a big drum.
It is a big drum.
All right.
Okay, my pick up next. Royal Guard. Let's go at Royal Guard. That's a one that everyone definitely is going to build. Like the OG, I guess. OG, enemy max HP nuker. AoE, 4-turn cooldown, smacks. Yeah, so like ripping through stage 20 dungeons. The hard spider now. Hydra. A lot of Doom Tower bosses. He's amazing for Dark Fae with his A3, which does some turn meter and decreased speed as well. Like, it's just, this guy's a no-brainer. Everyone is not only going to build 1 copy, you're probably going to build multiple copies. I mean, unless you somehow are a Mega Whale and you've got like 3 Acrisias, right? You're probably building a couple of Royal Guards too. So, there we go.
No, he's really strong. Like, there was a time where I felt like he lost a bit of value when CS25 of Spiders came in. And then it's just, I didn't feel like, I still used him in some teams, but he wasn't like my go-to. And then when Dark Fae came in and then the hard Spider for 10, I was like, okay, now he's actually got a value surge in a sense, because now he's starting to come into all of these teams again. So yeah, big fan. And coming off the back of that, actually, this one's going to be like, I guess both of us could do this one together with the max HPs, will be the Husk. Now, Husk is one of those champions that I use a lot nowadays. Maybe even more than the Royal Guard, if I'm honest, because of the A1 provoke. And it pairs very well with somebody like my Coroner in a provoke set. And I can lock off the Head of Decay and then have the extra provokes. He does the max HPs in a reflex set. And I'm a big fan of Husk, man. Really big fan.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he really shines in Hydra, doesn't he? Because he's tankier than Royal Guard. He's got the provoke, which is rarer. Yeah, he's very, very good. Very good.
Or I guess straight back to you then. That was a quick one.
Oh, straight back. Okay. Let me go with Godseeker.
Oh,
yeah, it's gotta be Godseeker.
Yes. What do you love about Godseeker? Enlighten us.
Oh, what's not to love? I mean, she just, not only has she tons of healing, she brings the passive revive. She's got the active single target revive. So like for me right now, with a pretty end game account, like I can use her in some Hydra teams. I don't right now, to be fair, but I use her for Sand Devil farming because of her passive. She enables like a duo to farm even the top levels of Sand Devil. I use her in Iron Twins. This champion is just unbelievably good and does stuff that legendaries can't even do because of the passive, the revive, and buff extension as well. Like she's just such a good support. It's actually insane.
Yeah, there was a time where even I said that she was the best epic in the game, very similar to how I said Dark Hill's the best free. It's just, I feel like she fits into so many places, like Clan Boss, the Demon Lord, like this, the Hydra Boss, the Sand Devils, like you said. There's just so many ways to use her, but very strong champion, really strong. You don't get ugly points, I don't think.
Nah, she's pretty badass.
What's this? I'm just trying to see the aesthetics. Oh, she's got a little helmet there, though. Okay. Maybe we can get a skin one day, Raid. Put it on and
She has Cardial. She's taken though. She's got Cardial on her shield. She's into him. It's true.
All right.
True.
So next up is a champion that I've built 2 of, but I've used none of in my entire life on my account, and it's going to be Maneater. Actually, no, I lied. I use him for Never Spider just to put it on killable up while Geomancer burns.
Oh, yeah.
But this champion is literally the cheat code to Ultra Nightmare. You could be in this game for 2 months or whatever it is. If you've got 2 Maneaters or 1 Maneater for a budget unkillable, and then you put him in your team, you're at Ultra Nightmare pretty much with some masteries, right? Is your dog biting your feet or something?
No, I'm fiddling with a pen. I dropped the lid, a biro.
Wait, don't do that thing. Remember we was in that video with Cyrilla and stuff? He said you stick pencils up your nose or something.
I do.
Is that what you're trying to do?
After the video, not on camera.
God's sake. Subscribe to OnlyFans to see more. But
That's right.
But yeah, Maneater, is this somebody you use on your account at all? For
yeah,
I
use a Bat Eater team, so double Maneater with like a Seeker,
there we go.
Gamekeeper, and Gentoro. That's my actual clan boss team. That I've run for ages. Yeah,
it's just like it's just click and go, man. It's so good. Maybe one day I'll build it. I built it for other people. I've just never done it for myself. But...
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, really. Right. Seeing as we're doing the battle of who's got the better picks here, I've got to, seeing as you picked Maneater, let's really get down and dirty with the unkillable fight to the death. I'm going Demytha.
Oh, no.
What do we think? Which one's better?
That's a good one, you know. That's a good debate. Who's better? Would you rather have Demytha or would you rather have Maneater? Let us know, guys, in the comments. All right. What do you like about this chick?
Demytha, well, I mean, she also enables those unkillable compositions with her block damage skill. And then on top of that, she also puts out loads of healing with the continuous heal. She's got the buff extension as well, with also a really big heal. Just simple, straightforward, pumps out tons of healing. Really, really good. And also a ton of block damage, enabling unkillable stuff. So,
do you know what's crazy now that I think about it? She was an epic, a part of a fusion, right?
Yeah.
If you think about it, she could be like the best epic that ever came out in a fusion. She's really strong.
Yeah, I'd say she probably was, yeah.
Which fusion was that for? Do you recall it?
I'm pretty sure it was Sigmund.
Sigmund the High Shield. Okay.
Yeah, because I did a video recently actually talking about like fusions generally being underrated. And I think it was an interesting thing where people did skip the Sigmund fusion because of Demytha. But then at the same time, because they were skipping it, I feel like people are way too harsh on Sigmund. And he's so underrated as a legendary champion.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually really solid champ.
Actually, I really like Sigmund. I actually went for Sigmund over the Demytha, and then it took me ages to get one. So, yeah.
I mean, my attitude was, hey, I haven't pulled a Sigmund since then. I've pulled like 3 or 4 Demythas, you know? So for me, I always like the legendaries more because you're not going to get them or you're less likely to.
Oh, so did you skip the Sigmund one?
No, I did it. The only one I've skipped is Lanatharil.
Oh,
Lanatharil. I don't know how you're supposed to say it.
I think he gets a lot of slack as well, if I'm honest.
Like he's pretty all right for Fire Knight Hard now, funny enough.
Yeah.
The ally attack and the shield. But don't have him.
All right, so I'm about to get some bonus points here, all right?
Oh.
I'm getting some.
Oh.
I should be getting 10 bonus points. This dude is ugly as heck. Do you know what's weird about this guy? His art style to me is the only one in the game that just looks cartoony. Do you see that as well, like a World of Warcraft kind of?
Yeah, he definitely has a sort of Warcraft vibe for sure.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, like when you click on a different champion, like, I don't know, a Rhea Bonespear, like there's just a difference, right? Look at the difference.
Yeah, he's super unique.
Yeah. But this guy, one of the best champions in the game, in my opinion, especially for clan boss. Talk about ally protection. We got shields. We got poison reflections, reflect damage. We got AoE provokes if you want to use them elsewhere, whether that be secret rooms, doom tower floors, and all of that good stuff. We got a decreased attack A1, which is not 100%, but good enough in specific teams to be consistent as well. And then we got the Toxic Blood passive where it throws back a bunch of poisons. We see the true value of this against Affinity Clan Boss. So overall, great champion, not just Clan Boss. You build him once, you don't have to build him twice because he's twice as nice. I was trying to think of a good line there. I messed it up. Uh,
This close to greatness.
it was so close to greatness. I just couldn't. My brain doesn't work there. It's so good. I don't even know what I said. I'm gonna look back at that edit and be like, "What am I saying?"
Yeah, you are. You gotta watch that back later and be like, "Oh God." Is there any way I can edit that out? So no,
that's staying in.
Late.
That's staying in.
Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. Let me go for one of my slightly spicier picks. Let me go for Skullcrown.
Oh, okay.
So this one, I think a lot of people probably wouldn't put her in the top 10, but like I think I will, right? So she comes in, she's got that unkillable passive. When she drops low on life, I think that's just so useful. Again, I'm looking at live arena, tag arena, even classic arena. Like genuinely, I've seen very few epics in live arena. One I have seen though is Skullcrown. I have seen people use her. And actually, I did lose to a Skullcrown team, in fact.
Oh, really?
Which is kind of crazy. Yeah, like I totally didn't expect it in the draft. But yeah, like especially if you don't have Leorius, right? She's a mini Leorius, basically. But what she's also good, she brings a speed aura for arena, which again for live arena, I think is very strong. Tag arena. And then not only that, she's very, very good for Night Revenant faction crypt, which is the hardest faction crypt in the game, I think. And she can even farm Brutal campaign super quick. And with crazy gear, she can also farm Nightmare campaign. So I think you get a lot of really good value out of Skullcrown. And she could do some really sneaky stuff for you in arena because of the passive and being an attack-based nuker that basically won't die on the first turn.
Yeah, she's really good. I think people put her in, Avenging, Retaliations, and they just...
Yeah, you can do that.
You just go like full-out counterattack mode, and then but she's unkillable anyway. So if you don't have like a blockbuster or a strip champion, she's just gonna keep having at you. So yeah, really good choice. Okay, so next up for me is gonna be from the Lizardman, and it's gonna be a Venomage. Now, Venomage for me is, I'd say it's mainly because of her passive, and it's one of those champions that lets heal reduction become valuable in this game, because yes, you can mitigate the heal reduction, it can be good in certain scenarios, but being able to take 15% less damage reminds you of like a Geomancer passive with the burns, and you can survive a much longer time with this, right? Or if you're struggling in, I don't know, Doom Tower floors, you got some heal reduction out, you can now, I don't know, mitigate some damage on the waves. We've got heal reduction of our own, we got poisons, we got drop attack, drop defense, poison detonations like a Dark Kael. She just brings so much for one champion, and I think she's actually pretty underrated. I don't think she's talked about enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. She's also a Nether Spider, late game. Yeah, super viable there too because of the AoE heal reduction, and then you have all the spider links start counterattacking you, but they don't heal the spider.
Yeah,
you could do some fun stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why I use the Maneater, Geomancer, Venomage, and then works for all floors. It's so easy to build.
Oh well, I tell you what. Speaking of Geomancer, we haven't mentioned him yet. But we're gonna get, like those comments that watch like the first 2 minutes. There's gotta be some dude who's like, "Oh my god, you guys didn't say Geomancer." Like, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. You didn't much far enough.
Some people do that. They're like, I think I was speaking about Ragash last time. Someone said, "How did you miss out Ragash?" I was like, "Bro, it was literally in the video."
I know. Sometimes you get ridiculous ones. Yeah. But yeah, Geomancer, obviously, for a lot of people, the most wanted epic, perhaps. Like he's got to be up there with the unkillable, like the Maneaters and Seers and that. Like that single target burn that then reflects the damage. Key, really, to farming Iron Twins, to so many Doom Tower bosses, to Hydra as well. He's super good. Clan boss, amazing. Demon Lord. This guy is he's just so strong. He's ridiculously strong. So yeah, he's pretty much a must build. And again, you might even build multiple copies. I think I've got 3 built. I use maybe 2 of them at the moment.
Yeah, he's so good, man. Do you know what's crazy about Geomancer? It's the fact that he's got the burn for 3 turns, and if you got like Master Hexer, you can get 4 turns. It's just it's crazy the consistency on that on a 3-turn cooldown. It's like never drops off, right?
Yeah, I always wonder, like, did they realize he was that overpowered when they designed, and they nerfed him, right?
They nerfed him, and then he hit like 55 billion on the clan boss. He was soloing the clan boss for a bit. This guy's been all over the block, man.
Yes.
Okay, so next up for me is gonna be Ursula. Wait, actually, I get them mixed up. There's Warcaller, and then there's Ursula the Mourner. I get mixed up. So here she is. A champion that I'm guilty of not using her, but I've got her maxed. I know the value of it. She's one of those really good champions for revivals. Like, revives all dead allies, not just a single target. Fills their turn meters, places an increased defense, and a strengthen buff on all allies for 3 turns. This is such a great skill set for an epic champion. Then we got a AoE, decreased attack here, and then increased attack as well on all allies, so you're amplifying the damage of your champions. We got speed aura for Doom Tower battles. Actually, no, I did use her in the Conellia team just as a food champion for the speed aura.
Oh.
And then decreasing the target's turn meter by 10% on the A1 as well. Not too bad at all. So yeah, really good reviver champion, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's fantastic. Really, really strong. Yeah.
Do you know, I'm not too sure about this. Can you place the increased defense and strengthen without the revive? You can.
Yeah. So she will do it. Like on auto, she just does it.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, because unless you're manualing a Hydra battle, like that revive could be like your key to victory, and then it won't be ready or something. So it's got to be weird.
Yeah, you do have to be a little careful with it. Like oftentimes you just want to use it just for the buffs, because that's really, really good buffs from an epic. But then you might have to do it because it's such a long cooldown. So yeah, there's definitely some tricks to it. I mean, speaking of Hydra, let's go with Inquisitor Shamail for me.
Oh, great champion.
Lock him in. He's a Sacred Order.
Sacred. I always think he's a Knight Rev. I don't know why. I did this the other day as well. I mean, speaking about champions, and we're talking about, because there we go.
Yeah, this guy, he's just so strong, right? For Hydra in particular, the passive is what makes him OP against the Head of Torment. Just turns that head from one of the hardest ones to deal with to something that's actually a positive for your team, which is so ridiculous. It's so good. And then on top of that, the dude just smacks, right? If you build him for damage, he can just delete like Siphi waves in Doom Tower hard, which are one of the big problem waves for people. He just comes in, he can wipe out anyone. It's literally one of the hardest hitting abilities in the game. It's so ridiculously good. And he's quite good for that too in Arena. Again, he's one of the epics I've lost against in live Arena.
Yeah.
Someone ran Inquisitor Shamail against, I was running like Ultimate Death Knight Pytheon. And I was like, uh-oh. And he just one-shot Pytheon, right, past Ultimate Death Knight's passive with the A2. So it's like, okay, yeah, cool. So this champion is very, very, very good.
Yeah, he's really good. Just while we're speaking about these, I'm just looking at the aesthetics to see if there's anything I can point out, but I don't know. He hasn't got much going on here.
The only thing I point out, he doesn't have a string in his crossbow. How's that thing work? Come on, man.
Wait.
Huh?
Oh, wait, it might be strapped to his chains. Oh, on his bow.
Yeah, there's no string. How's he fire it? Doesn't work.
Unless it's a gun one. Like, he's got a bit of a, what's that here? It could be a gun, right? Like a gun bow.
A gun just dressed up as a crossbow.
You never know, man.
Yeah, it's actually an AK-47. Like, the arrows and the crossbow.
To be fair, it shoots like that. You know?
That's why he's so strong. Yeah.
He's like, why? That's not a bow, man. What are you doing? All right, so next one actually is in the Knights Revenant. It's going to be Rector Drath. I would say also underrated, in my personal opinion. She's just basically the epic version of a Duchess, in my opinion, because she's got the way of the perfect veils, damage mitigation, continuous heals, reviving. We've got extra resistance for targets under veils, decreased attack A1s. There's just so many ways to use this champion. It's unreal. And one thing I actually didn't know, I was speaking with Saf, right, from HH Gaming, and the way that her decreased attack works is it can work even against weak hits of the way that it places. So I wasn't aware of that. So being able to actually put some accuracy on her could actually come into some really good play, right, in some of those Doom Tower bosses and stuff. So
yeah,
huge fan of Rector Drath.
Yeah, because it works on weak hits. Like you can place it through Poison Cloud and Hydra, which is like insane. So yeah, she's really sick, and that's really dumb as well, because there's no, like, if you look at the tooltip, like how would you know that?
Yeah, it doesn't say like this doesn't land on weak hits or anything. It's just, you know,
no,
go find it out yourself. Good.
Yeah, right. Thanks, Raid. Thanks, Valerian.
Is that, wait? Okay, I've got a little theory. Is this a eternal? No, what are they called? Chaos Ores. It's a Chaos Ore.
Oh, Chaos Ore.
Is that a legendary Chaos Ore?
Maybe. I can't think what they look like now off the top of my head. She's hogging them. That's why they haven't been in the clan shop for ages.
So every time that you get a 6-star Rector Drath, you get a free one of those. All right, who we got next?
We did. We've done all the ones off my list, but I've got an extra one to fill in.
You got the bonus one, the Akemtum, right?
Yeah, Akemtum. He's my backup boy.
All right.
He's brand new champion, but I think this champ has a lot of potential, right? He's coming in, he puts out the AoE Hex, and then he starts duplicating poison damage with his passive onto everyone with Hex. So yeah, I think there's a ton of potential with him. People have done some pretty cool teams on like Spider. I'm not 100% sure if the Spider stuff still works now.
I think it does. I think it does still work, yeah.
Right, yeah. So that's really good. But I mean, for Doom Tower waves and stuff like that, he just rips through them as well. For dungeons, he can rip through. He's just a really unique champion. Yeah, super badass. I like him a lot.
How much was he for the guarantee? He was a guaranteed, right? For like 30 or something.
Yeah, it was 30 or 40 voids. It was
Yeah.
quite a lot, but
Yeah, I think he's worth it. About 30 voids if for guaranteed. I think he's a really, really strong champion. One of the best ones out there for sure. That's why I made the list, right?
yep, that's it.
So yeah, I think that's everybody on our list today, guys. If we couldn't call out every single champion in the game, we wanted to keep it a bit fun, 10 each, and see who could get who do we value the most in this game, I guess. And you guys can let us know who won. You had how many bonus points? Do you remember? Was it like?
I think I had like 100 bonus points.
Okay, 100 bonus points for Nub. I'll have 1 or 2. I can't remember.
Two?
So your winner's Nub. So yeah.
Hey! Oh my god. Chat can decide the bonus points.
Yeah, someone's gonna have to. One dude's gonna go through and just pick them all up.
Okay,
I don't know.
Whoever has the sexiest team gets a bonus point according to chat. Chat can let us know.
So okay, so we get 1 bonus point for sexiest team, and then all of the ugliest champions gave us points as well. So
that's right.
Someone's gonna have to let us know who won because I have no clue. Oh god. So, but yeah, Nubs, I appreciate you coming on today. It's been a blast, man.
Yeah, cheers. Great to be on as always. Yeah, it's always fun, man. Always fun.
And make sure everybody goes into the description below. Check out part 2. It might be as eventful as this one. Maybe. We'll see. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the video soon. Peace. Okay, so I have to admit, I didn't put Conellia on my list initially, and I can't believe that I did that because she is one of my favorite epic champions in the game. And basically what she does is the AoE sleep, she enables some solo compositions in multiple of the Doom Tower bosses. She's just such a versatile champion you can bring in, and a bit of an underrated healer as well for the Dwarves faction wars. So definitely made the list, but just not initially, I guess. But I was editing up the video, right? And I was like, how did I not put Conellia in here? So I had to come back on, record this bit. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day once again, and peace.